Okay, we are back on the record on case 2015-522043. I see on the Blue Jeans Connection, Ms. Kellogg, I see a reference from Mr. Nelson. There's someone else who's joined. Has someone else joined on our connection?
Yes, Deputy Rob is here.
All right, excellent. Are you with the constable's office?
Yes, I am.
All right, outstanding. My name is Ritchie. I'm a judge conducting a short hearing this morning, and I understand that you were asked to appear and offer some testimony. Is that right?
I was.
Okay, so you're appearing electronically. I'm actually in the Regional Justice Center on the record. We have Mr. Nelson, who represents one of the parties. He's also here electronically. We have Ms. Kramer, who represents one of the parties who's physically in the courthouse. We're going to take some testimony from you. If you were in court, you've probably been in court many times, you would come up to the stand, you take an oath to tell the truth. So why don't you state your name and spell it for the record, please?
My name is Darrell Shane Robb, R-O-B-B, first name Darrell, D-A-R-R-E-L-L, middle name Shane, S-H-A-N-E.
All right, Mr. Robb, can you promise to answer questions of counsel or the court truthfully under penalty of perjury as if you were in court?
I do.
All right. And where are you employed?
Through Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department as a Las Vegas constable.
Okay, great. Mr. Nelson, why don't you introduce yourself and begin your exam? By the way, the record is Mr. Ghibaudo was out of his car and he's physically present in court here with us today, okay? Good to see you. Go and begin your exam, Mr. Nelson.
Sir, how long have you worked with the constable's office?
2015, January, February. I signed on in January, I started in February.
And what's your role at the constable's office?
I'm a deputy constable.
Okay. And what does that entail? Do you specifically, do you execute and serve writs of garnishment?
We do, that's one of our functions.
Okay. I know you serve a lot of them. Do you recall being involved in the service of a writ on Alex B. Ghibaudo, PC?
Vaguely.
What do you recall about that situation?
Well, I didn't recall anything until I looked at a copy of it, and that helped me recall that I tried to serve one, and I couldn't get into the building up to the second floor unless somebody let me in. The first time I went there, I was locked out, and another employee that worked upstairs let me in. I went up to try to serve it, and the door to where I was serving was locked. I knocked, got no answer. I left a card to give me a call. After that, the next two attempts I made, I couldn't even get in the building.
Okay. And that attempt was on or around December 23rd, 2020?
That's correct.
Okay. And following that attempted service, did you execute an affidavit of due diligence and affidavit of due and diligent attempt?
I did.
And on that affidavit, did you print, was there a print of your name, S. Rob, number 9580? Would that identify your officer number?
That's correct.
Okay. Your Honor, I'll ask to submit Kellogg 43, which is Exhibit 7.
Okay, counsel, look at Exhibit 7. Is there any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Exhibit 7 is submitted, counsel.
Did you attempt any other service? After the 3 attempts that are listed in that affidavit, did you attempt any further services?
Nope, just what's on the paper.
Okay. No further questions for this witness?
Okay, any questions, Mr. Kramer?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Robb, were you subpoenaed to testify?
I was subpoenaed for the one last month. I did not get a subpoena for this one.
Okay, that's fine. It got continued for an unrelated reason, but you're released from the subpoena, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And my office is still trying to coordinate with the other deputy. He's on the field doing an eviction. We've provided the link to him again, as referenced by the prior witness.
Well,
I believe Mr.
Let me. Do you have any other witnesses who are available that you can call this morning?
No, that would be the extent of our case, Your Honor.
All right. I know we spent some time getting organized between 9 and 9:30, and we've had testimony from 3 witnesses. We're about a half an hour from the end of the session, and obviously we need to finish the evidentiary point. We need to make sure that we have argument, and then if the court can make findings and orders, we need to have that done. And that's not going to be accomplished in the next half hour. We need you to, I think Mr. Reed subpoenaed the witnesses for the hearing on the 27th of July. I don't recall exactly, I'd have to look at the hearing, but what the court, I think, did was to continue the subpoenas to the time of the next hearing. Obviously, with some of these witnesses, we needed to coordinate notice and things like that. So we're not going to, what I want to do is I want to schedule this for completion. It probably needs about an hour, hour and a half for what we're talking about. The witness that you're talking about calling is the one who actually served the resident agent's office, and you want that testimony for the foundation to admit certain documents related to that service in January, right?
Yeah, I mean, Your Honor, I believe I believe there's no foundation needed. It's normal course of business. I believe there's case out there to enter it. I know that Ms. Kramer and Mr. Zapata have objected to it. They'll offer nothing other than rambling testimony otherwise, but they've offered nothing to dispute it.
Well, I don't know we're not at that point yet where I would have to determine whether or not it would come in on that basis. I mean, if we went to the trouble of having an evidentiary proceeding of this type, I'm not gonna give in and have it both ways, you know, at this point. Since I need an argument anyway, and I need to make the findings, I've already gone over the elements of it. Your argument is a little more nuanced in the execution of it. You want the court to find that the garnishee was properly served in January and that there was no answer. You've also said that as a fallback that the court should consider actual notice under the circumstances that you've laid out with some evidence, and I want to be prepared to consider that or reject that argument. Are you available, we'll just call it 2 hours, a week from today, next Thursday, either in the morning or the afternoon?
You should be available in the afternoon on the 26th, Your Honor.
Yeah, that would be like a 1:30 to 3:30 setting. I'll ask you next, I promise. So, Ms. Kramer, are you available in the afternoon on the 26th?
Technically, I am, Your Honor. However, I'm having surgery on the 24th, and it's outpatient, it's laparoscopic.
Okay,
I just
so
want the
you're
court to be
concerned
aware.
about how you might feel?
Yeah, so,
That's fine. I can't do it tomorrow, and I've got trials on Tuesday and Wednesday anyway. I mean, we want to get this, I want, the court's going to give Mr. Nelson an opportunity to coordinate notice and get this witness available to testify, and then we're going to have argument and decision.
if you want to put it on for the 26th, if I get done with surgery on the 24th and I'm fine.
I don't take this the wrong way, okay? But I'm not gonna leave anything. I mean, if you have surgery and you're not feeling well, you have a legitimate reason not to go. But remember what we've gone through in this case as far as scheduling is concerned. I mean, because I'm basically telling Mr. Nelson make sure you get this guy squared away, or this person squared away to testify at that time, and you might very well feel under the weather on Wednesday or Thursday and not be able to do it, and then, you know, there could be a suggestion that it's a manipulation or what, I mean, I don't want that, okay?
Okay.
And you don't need to do it, that way.
Fair
Okay.
enough, Your Honor.
Yeah, I believe there's a return hearing on the attorney's liens. I mean, I know that's a separate unrelated matter, but I believe all parties will be returning. I thought that was the 30th or the 31st.
Yeah, I know, but that's on my motion calendar. I need an
Oh,
hour,
I got
an
you.
hour and a
Sorry.
half. You know, I got 35 things on the mornings of that week, okay? So, I had some time a week from today. I've got to do a settlement conference a week from Friday. Okay, Wednesday the 8th in the afternoon, can you do that?
I have a 3:30 child support hearing, Your Honor.
Is that down on Flamingo and Spencer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that in person? Is it a stacked call, or is it just a, well, 1:30 to 3:30 should be plenty to get in this witness and argument.
My child support hearing's at 3. 3 to 3:30.
Is it an evidentiary proceeding?
No, it's a order to show cause.
So do you have to physically be there, or is that a video appearance?
I don't know if they're doing in-person hearings or not. I know my client will be appearing by video.
Are you usually with your client when you appear with them? Or are you doing it with a Blue Jeans connection like they have?
She's in Wisconsin.
Okay, so you're gonna make a video appearance.
Yes.
We might, I mean, look, an hour and a half might be enough. It's just that if I have to consider travel time to get you from point A to point B between around 3 o'clock, that might be tight. What about the morning of the 9th? 9 a.m. on the 9th, Thursday the 9th, for an hour or two.
You have a return hearing.
Yeah, I gotta be in, I have to be in immigration court.
So you have a hard conflict in the morning, Mr.
I
Brown?
do, I have to be at immigration court, that you have to actually be there. And
Is
there's
it
no
gonna
tell-
be all day or just morning?
There's no telling how long those take, I've been there for 2-3 hours sometimes.
So the morning's out for you.
Yeah.
What about the afternoon on the 9th?
I'm sorry, remember, I have an appointment.
Okay, so you guys are busy folks. Let's back it down closer and see if I can use a, Madam Clerk, do I have an assigned settlement conference for a week from tomorrow? I know it's set aside for another court's settlement case.
There is nothing set at this time, Your Honor.
We have nothing on September 10th, Your Honor. That's Friday.
Well, I know, but we do courtroom sharing, and I gave my courtrooms up to other judges to sit in, so I'm doing settlement conferences, but not hearings, so I can't do that. What about, Mr. Nelson, let's back up a little bit and talk about trying to take this 26th. You know that the court is going to give Ms. Kramer every consideration if she has this medical procedure earlier in the week and she doesn't feel well, okay? But if she recovers and she's okay a couple days later, we could do the afternoon of the 26th if you're available. We would just probably have to, maybe I could get my law clerk to coordinate touching base with counsel on that Wednesday before to see that it's definitely going. Is that a workable logistical approach?
Your Honor, obviously we're open to work and we understand that medical things come up. My client just wants a resolution of this. It was already continued due to prior counsel's conflict, but whatever you need to happen, we'll make work.
Okay, so let me, I agree that everybody's sanity and concern and not only the efficiencies of it, we'd like to get this done and not put it off more than a couple of days. Ms. Kramer, you're going to be doing some sort of office work on Wednesday next week?
The 25th?
Yeah.
I don't know. I am scheduled for one appearance in the afternoon, but it's remote, so I may do that from home and then the 26th come in.
Right, well, what I'm saying is that we could see how you feel,
Yes,
and if you were feeling up to doing it on the 26th, we can confirm with Mr. Nelson on Wednesday, the 25th,
yes.
that we're gonna go forward on the 26th.
I see what you're saying. Yes, we can do that, Your Honor.
All right, now, if you're not feeling up to it, just take the call and say, I can't make it tomorrow, and maybe one of my trials for the following week will have resolved or otherwise. All of my stuff is non-jury, Mr. Nelson, so I am constantly looking to backfill and manage if a matter is resolved or if, it gets moved or whatever, then I use that as an opportunity to sort of backfill these completions. So,
Sorry, Your Honor. I mean, to that end, my concern is, obviously, I want to make sure I coordinate it as best possible with Deputy Moran. My concern would be if we set it and we coordinate at 1:30 next week and it falls out, that then we have to go through the efforts of resurveying a subpoena. So that would be my one concern. And obviously, I'm trying to be helpful, but I just want to let the court be aware of that. And if we notice them, then we may need some flexibility on the second setting, if you will.
well, time's money, and if you go through the process of having a subpoena issued and served, there's costs. I don't know what to tell you. I can say that in the short term, like in the next 30 days, I do 3 or 4 evidentiaries a week, plus 3 mornings a morning calendar. I had 3 or 4 options, but they just didn't work out for either one of you. And unless something changes, then, I would be setting this out a month. I don't want to do that. So, I mean, I literally have stuff set every day, except for the dates that we talked about over the next 2 or 3 weeks. So,
Your Honor, I'll do my best to get here on the 26th. I just wanted to notify you out of abundance of caution. It's an outpatient surgery. My surgeon thinks I'll be good to go.
yeah, I know. I just don't want you to have any kind of grief if you're wrong.
Well, if I don't feel good, I'll notify the court, but I'm like 90% sure I'm gonna be okay. My surgeon is really confident. It's a simple procedure.
All right. So, how do you communicate with Mr. Nelson, if at all? He's only been counsel for a day.
I haven't. I'll email him. I'll give him my cell phone number.
All right, so Mr. Nelson, we're going to continue this matter a week to 1:30 on the 26th. That's going to be considered a firm setting. Ms. Kramer is advised that if she has issues that threaten that hearing from going forward, that she will have an affirmative obligation to notify the department and to notify you as soon as that comes up. If you don't hear from her, and the court doesn't hear from her, then we understand that she's going to gut it out and she's going to be able to be fine with participating as counsel at that hearing. And if you could give us notice on Wednesday, fine. So we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. We got most of the evidence done today. It's just one of those things where we have a witness who's busy, and we'll fix it. So the matter will be continued until a week from today at 1:30.